Off recording, Paul told me that he really hates everybody who listens to the Crusty Couch podcast. Welcome to yet another episode of the Crusty Couch podcast. We missed our 10th episode, and we said we were going to make a big deal out of it. So
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
ugh,
Yeah.
just so busy with all the
So
money and
I'm
women
just
and
yeah, sorry. Don't like it. Oh, keep donating. Sorry.
Jesus wants you to have the airplane.
Yeah, Jarvis, bring the Lamborghini. Oh yeah, I got a butler now. Did I tell you?
Did you have a butler named Jarvis?
Yeah, his name's Jarvis. His real name's like Tom or something, but I just call him Jarvis.
No, you're Jarvis, like Marvel.
Sir, my name is Tom. Shut up, Jarvis.
Bring me my suit.
Man.
Yeah.
I want to be just like him.
I make him. I bought like a yellow stone that I'm gonna implant in his head. He doesn't know yet, but
Just gonna walk in.
no breaks. I got the what are those knives that you use for boxes? Box cutters.
Box cutters, yeah.
God damn. Yeah, box cutter. Just gonna straight up slice his head and put a gem in. It's gonna be the opposite of what happened to Little Uzi.
I was just about to say that there was a rapper who put a diamond in his head, and one of his fans stole it, right?
Yeah, they fucking ripped it out of his head, like
Oh.
Thanos.
Bro, that could not have felt good.
No way, that must have hurt like a bitch. It was when he was crowd surfing. I read the article. He was crowd surfing, and just someone like swiped it off of his head, so they must have yanked it. Whoosh.
Yeah,
Well, they caught him really fast though. They caught him real fast.
Oh, they did? They caught the person who did it?
Yeah, they caught him and
that's good.
Got charged for assault or whatever.
Because I know that is assault, and imagine being like you have like the worst headache of your life, and you're out like 60 grand, which for him probably isn't that big of a deal.
Dude.
But fuck,
You think that diamond is worth 60 grand?
how much do you think it's worth?
It's worth 2.3 million.
Holy shit!
You're way off.
I was lowballing that so hard.
Man's carrying 2 homes on his head. Okay, on his forehead. Like, God,
Yeah.
you kiss you like rub that diamond. You kiss that diamond, a genie comes out. That's how fucking expensive that thing is.
Post Malone comes out of it.
Yeah. Yes.
God damn! You could buy like an apartment building with that kind of money.
Yeah, one apart. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
God damn.
Yeah, I the reason why it's so expensive is because it's a rare diamond. It's a pink diamond, like naturally pink diamond.
Okay,
It's a rare diamond.
I hear you.
Yeah.
There is something, Paul, I need to confess. I need to get right out of the way in the first couple minutes because we do have listeners, and I know you and I forget about the episodes as soon as we record them. But
Oh yeah, dude, they come in one ear out the other. So that's why we always bring up topics that we've like talked about, and I have to like double check. Like, did we talk about this?
but we promised back in we said back in like episode 8 or 9 that we would try to find love advice, like read terrible love guru advice.
Love guru. Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest, dude, I was trying all day today to find a website with like love advice. It's really fucking hard.
Really?
The closest I got was an Indian website called rediff.com. So rediff.com.
Okay.
And it's just people in like horrible English, because obviously it's not their first language, asking for advice and receiving no response.
Oh, is this like a Karma Sutra site?
There is a lot of there's a picture of a naked girl on here.
Oh yeah, send me the link.
You down that bad? You're gonna go?
Yeah, I'm down so bad I have resorted to Twitch. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna read you one, and again, this is not love advice. I just thought this was kind of funny.
All right.
It says, "I love a girl by heart, and I also know that she also loved me, but she is shy to say this. But her best friend told me that she loved me, and I am not proposing him because I am feeling scared. Please help me."
The fuck? Sounds like something you find off of Yahoo Answers.
And the reply was, nothing to be scared. Let girl after you, not you. If needed, you can email me.
Huh. Well, at least he's got a connection with someone who wants to help him. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it is English is not these people's first language, but I'm trying really hard out there for all you viewers to find just like it's one thing to look up bad relationship advice. I want to look up someone like an Instagram influencer who thinks he's like really like a ladies' man, and we can just tear into him.
I would love to find advice like that. I mean, you can find it on YouTube. You can go all over YouTube, but it's different finding an article, I suppose.
That's true. I could search on YouTube. I actually never tried.
There's tons of YouTube stuff. Just look it up. Look up like pick up chicks or something. How to pick up chicks or how to talk to women. How to talk to women. Anything like that, you'll find them, I swear.
I need to make a new account for that, like, because I don't want to ruin my YouTube search history.
Okay. That's fair.
How to talk to women and make them like you, made by the absolute stud Dan Bacon over here. God damn.
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, if you just type in how to talk to women in Google, you find a couple of things, but not what we're looking for. Wait. Infield day game coaching calls. It's an advertisement. Oh. One-on-one day game coaching. Oh, what the heck? So you go out with this dude and then he like points you to a girl or something to go talk to, and then he's on the phone, I guess, talking to you while you're talking to them.
Dude, that's a Black Mirror episode.
Is it really?
Yeah. That's literally a Black Mirror episode where the guy goes on a date and he has someone in his ear talking to him. And giving him advice. That's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's exactly that. You have someone in your ear talking to you. Dude, that's rad.
Whoa.
You can pick up girls.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call this guy.
Pick up a dude. We should.
How much does it cost? Okay, so, he's running a sale, a one-time action call. So I guess 1 day of this action call stuff is $30 right now. Look at that.
Oh wow, for one whole day, huh?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Dude, we should totally we are making more promises. We should totally like set up like a fake scenario where you go on a date and you just call this guy and you're like, what do I do? Like she's like getting naked or like here at the restaurant.
Oh man. I mean, I was saying earlier off cam, I guess. Question mark?
Sure,
off mic.
Yeah.
Off mic. I was saying how it would be sweet to have a studio one day because I have a couple of ideas and definitely can add that to the list.
It's true. That's true. So start paying up.
Yeah, give me that money.
We've done 10 episodes. Come on.
I'm pretty glad that we made it to 10. You were mentioning how like we were forgetting stuff, but it kind of does stack on, like, since we're talking about topics every day, like essentially different topics every day, it kind of gets a little difficult to manage it all, but
yeah,
we're doing it.
I think we've done okay so far, and like not repeating things.
Yeah, I think we're doing fine.
There are some things that we talked about that I would like to elaborate more on in the future.
Oh yeah, like what? You know what? Let's make this a recap episode.
11 episodes in and we're already out of ideas. We need to like recap. The big one I had in mind was the Steven Seagal one where we talked about him. Yeah. I feel like we need to like watch some of his movies and go like further into detail about like 2 or 3 of them. And like talk about that. Like I would love that shit. Like just to have a whole episode dedicated to him.
Oh fuck yeah, we should. Just the Steven Seagal episode.
The official Steven Seagal podcast.
Yeah, nothing but Steven Seagal 24/7.
And then that's pretty much it. That's the only one I've ever really been like unhappy with.
Okay.
But that one I definitely want to go back to at some point.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I know I went on a rant about like fitness, and I was kind of like repeating some things, but there was also some things I wanted to add. So I think I might go back to that one. I don't know. It depends. Depends. I thought it was interesting. I don't know. But then again, I'm like a lunkhead. So
you're a what?
A lunkhead?
Oh, okay. I thought you said lung, like Lung. I'm like, do you smoke a lot?
Yeah, I just love lungs.
That's funny.
You ever see those like funny PSA commercials?
Like the anti-drug ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those.
We should make some.
We should. That'd be great. Because you know how sometimes like people put out things like on TikTok and stuff like like trailers for whatever they're making. We should do that.
What happens if we make it like completely the opposite? You think we'd get fined?
What do you mean? Like drugs?
Yeah.
No, because you could just claim it's parody. I don't think that.
What if it wasn't?
We're just like, no, we're being serious.
I really want you to do drugs.
I wonder that honestly, like if you put out videos with malicious intent and you admit to it, I guess you'd just be like,
I think there's a consequence. There has to be.
No, look at fuck. That's too political. I can't say that.
Okay,
I won't say. Yeah, like that's an interesting point. Like, I wonder what the consequences would be. Like, if you made a PSA that's like, you should take meth. Like, here are the benefits. There are no downsides to doing meth, so you should do it.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like you could.
You could. It just, how would you be punished?
Maybe fine. Maybe they force you to take the drug.
like Clockwork Orange. They tie you down and inject you with
force you to do the drugs you were advocating for.
And then they make you like, you know how like some drugs like enhance something that you're watching?
Yeah.
Like doing mushrooms or whatever. Like they would make you take the meth and then do something that makes the trip worse for you.
Ooh, that's scary. That's like a big fear, having a bad trip.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think I don't know if I would call it a trip, but like at times, you know, doing things like weed and stuff. There is points where I'm like really baked or whatever, and I don't know if I'm pissing myself or not. You ever have that?
I don't get high very often, so no.
Okay, I don't get high very often either. It's just a one-off thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Every now and then. But there are times where I'm like, oh, I really need to pee. And then I don't go pee. And then I'm like, am I peeing myself right now?
Did I just piss myself? Yeah.
Yeah. And I look down and I'm like, it's not wet. But then in the back of my head, I'm like, but what if I am peeing? If I just don't feel it. Like it's really bad. Like there was this one time I was hanging out with a couple of like friends, like girlfriends, and then I was sitting on the bed and I was really high, and I was like, oh man, I really gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get up because I think they will think it's weird that I need to go to the bathroom. And so I sat there with like my bladder about to burst, and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I was on like the bed. We were playing like card games or some shit. And I was like, I need to get up. And it's gonna be really awkward because I need to get up. But I did it anyways. And then I like went to the bathroom and I felt like I was in the bathroom for an eternity, but I was only really in there for like 5 minutes or whatever. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know, it's weird.
It's really funny, like that kind of logic when you're high, right? Where it's like, man, I don't want to make it weird by getting up and going to the bathroom. Like, not considering the fact that it would be really weird if you just pissed yourself.
Yeah.
In front of everybody.
Yeah, it's like not a weird thing at all. Like if you're just like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom, it's like, okay. But in my like high mind, I'm like, this is gonna be so awkward. Can't get up. So
the last time that I got high was probably like, it was like 2 months ago because we were supposed to record that day.
Yeah.
And I shot you a message. I'm like, dude, like I took an edible. Like I tried to sleep it off, but it's hitting me so fucking hard right now. Like I can't.
We should have just recorded that. I would have loved it. to talk to you.
I would have just been dead silent the whole time, and then go like, "Damn, that's crazy."
Well, it would have been like a episode 0.5, you know?
Just put a solo Paul episode.
Yeah, it would have been fun.
Yeah, but yeah, like I reach a certain point when I get high like that where I just want it to stop. Where I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm kind of over this feeling now. Like I want it to stop. And that can lead to like a bad trip sometimes. Because you start like getting in your own head, like, oh shit, it's never going away.
it
Um
was. I had something like that where I got really baked once, and I was baked for like an entire week. It felt like, yeah.
Holy
And this was
shit.
when I was working in like an office space and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I was really tripping out because I'm like, I feel like I'm never coming down, and I was like, if they find out that I'm doing this, I might get fired and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
was really freaking out, especially during conferences and shit. Because I'd be like super dead quiet, like doing my own thing, and they're like, "Paul, you got anything going on?" I'm just like, "No."
So I've been down a rabbit hole recently, Paul. As recently as in today. Like
Uh huh.
uh okay, let me ask you a question before I get into this. So,
Okay.
do you ever get into like these weird moods where you just watch clips of shows as opposed to watching the entire show?
Yes, I
Okay,
do
like
actually.
what do you do that with?
Well, the most recent one is the Marvel's What If
Okay.
series.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't watch the show, but I know they did their zombie one
Mhm.
recently, and I was like, oh, I want to see that episode. But I don't think it's gonna be that good, so I'm just gonna watch the clips. And then I watched the clips, and I was like, yeah, I'm not. I doesn't really seem that good. So
Oh, okay. That's disappointing. That's disappointing because I did want to watch that one, the
I
zombie
mean,
one.
it's good in its own right, but it's not the kind of Marvel zombies I was looking for. If anyone
Gotcha.
knows what I'm talking about, like it
Yeah.
wasn't gory, it wasn't like rated R or anything. So I was just like,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
like I don't
gotcha.
care. And it's like a different story too. It's like the MCU's Marvel
Oh,
zombies. You
okay.
know,
Yeah.
it's different. So I'm like, I'm not a fan. I didn't like
Okay.
it.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I usually watch a bunch of clips of like I don't know, 48 Fiance or movie clips that I haven't seen. Like I haven't seen them. Like I do this a lot with like horror movies where I'm like, oh, that movie looks interesting. I'm gonna watch some clips, and I watch some clips, and then I go, yeah, that movie's pretty interesting, and then I'll watch the movie, or if I don't like it, then I don't watch it. You know?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. All right. So I do that too, and I do it with shows like The Wire or like Hell's Kitchen or Kitchen Nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and recently I started doing it with Pawn Stars
Oh, okay.
because like I haven't seen that show in several years. I was watching an interesting video about DB Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I saw that there was a recommended clip that someone brought in. Do you know the story of DB Cooper?
No.
Basically, someone hijacks a plane in the 70s with a stick of dynamite. He asks for $200,000 in cash. When the plane lands, he gets the money and they take off again, and he jumps out of the plane, never to be seen again. Like it's one of the craziest unsolved mysteries. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, the FBI like officially gave up on it in like 2000 because this money has never been spent. This guy's my theory is that he's dead. He didn't survive the plane, the falling out of the plane, jumping out of the plane.
Okay.
But anyways, I'll link the video I watched. It's really fucking good. So there was a clip of Pawn Stars where someone brings in one of the dollar bills from that incident. Like it was graded, it was certified, like this was certainly it.
Yeah.
And it was like Pawn Stars, big holy grail item, like DB Cooper's bills or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so at the very least, the pawn store is gonna buy it, right? Like no matter what the price is. And you know how that is. It's like
Ugh.
this item is worth $10,000, and Rick's like, I'll give you $150 for it.
Yeah, the Pawn Stars are notoriously horrible hecklers.
Yeah,
Or yeah, whatever you call that. Hagglers? They're hagglers.
hagglers. There you go. Yeah. So it was like that. They went back and forth. Like the thing ended up being worth like I want to say like $2,000.
Okay.
And the guy, like, after all this haggling, the guy didn't want to sell it and he walked away. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what was the point of this? Like, why did you market it as like this big ticket item? Like,
because they want you to click, dude. That's
and
why.
it worked. I clicked on like 3 different compilations of like the best of Pawn Stars, like holy grail items. Like,
dude,
Pawn
Stars is so fucking shit. I mean, it's a funny show, but like, I would never go sell anything to those guys. I don't know why people still go sell to those guys. It's fucking atrocious. There was a woman, like an old lady, who sold them or tried to sell them a flag that had been on the moon via Lance Armstrong.
Oh shit! I've seen that clip.
And she's like, yeah, this flag is by Lance Armstrong himself. And then they're like, oh, we'll give you $500. And it's like, dude, that thing was on the moon. What? Like, I don't know. I don't know who. Like, come on.
The problem
and they also,
is oh, go ahead.
Huh? And then one of their biggest ones, which is more recent, is like some guy wanted to sell them like his Charizard collection, his shiny Charizard collection or some shit. Pokemon cards. And they're like, I don't really see the point in Pokemon or whatever. So they didn't buy them. And the guy was only trying to get like I think like $5,000 or something for them.
It's not bad.
Yeah, and then the value of those Charizards obviously went up, and it's like a $100,000 deal that they missed out on.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah,
like these, the Pawn Stars, they're not good in my opinion. They don't.
There was a guy who came in with Jimi Hendrix's guitar, like one of the guitars that he used to make a studio record with.
Yeah.
And this guy was able to prove that it was Jimi Hendrix's. Like, it had all the landmarks, like it had like a certificate of authentication,
yeah,
and everything. And the expert or whatever valued it at like $900,000.
Okay.
And in this one instance, I think the guy who was selling it was stupid not to take the deal, because he managed to get Rick up to like $850,000. And I was like, I'm like, dude, take it. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's only 50 grand off. Like,
yeah, the first time that Rick's ever gave a fair deal. Holy shit.
Exactly, because I was watching that compilation. I was so tired of watching these people get fucking ripped off.
Yeah.
that when a good deal finally came, I'm like, oh, he's gonna take it, right? And no, he just walks away with the guitar.
A fucking idiot. I mean, I guess what he's thinking is that he'll hold on to the guitar and the value will go up even more, but
I mean, yeah, that's the case, right? I mean, the guy looked like he had like a solid like 15 years left, you know?
Oh, is that old?
he was kind of older.
Yeah. If that was me, I would have definitely sold that.
That show is so ridiculous, man. Like,
yeah, it's not a good place. I mean, I'm assuming it's still like in big business because like it's the Hollywood Pawn Star shop, so it's like you go there, you can buy like I guess props and shit from things that you want, you know?
Yeah.
So that's probably why they stay in business. But like, as opposed to all other pawn shops, like they are not any different. They are still scummy as hell.
I would say it's the show that keeps them in business.
Well, obviously the show keeps them in business, but the only reason they have their own show is because they're the pawn shop on like Hollywood Boulevard or whatever.
Yeah, no, they're in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Oh, Las Vegas, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? They're like a popular pawn shop, I guess, where you can buy like big ticket items.
I think they are, yeah.
So that's the only reason they got a show in the first place. Because like there's a pawn shop across the street from me, and you don't see them having like a show or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like the location really does matter. And
it's true. It does.
So they just got lucky with that location.
I read that Rick Harrison got really rich because he used to sell fake Gucci bags in high school. Did you ever?
Bruh, no, I didn't.
He would buy fake Gucci bag. I don't know if this is true. This is like Rick lore, but yeah, he used to sell fake Gucci bags in high school, and that's how he got like super rich doing that. Like he dropped out of high school because he was making way too much money. He's
that's
just
like, wild.
I don't need to go to school.
Wait, so he doesn't have like a high school education at the very least?
Let me look. I might be slandering the man. Let me look up if this is true.
I mean, if he doesn't, that kind of makes sense on why his deals are fucking horrible.
No, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no, I
Pawn
know.
Stars.
He undersells everybody that way, so that way he can sell it for a higher price. It's obviously how it works, but because every time where he's like, "Ah, man, I gotta put that thing in storage," and I'm like, "Dude, that's not gonna fucking hurt you to put it in storage. Like, don't give me that shit." Fucking you got to put it in the closet. Oh, like, shut the fuck up.
All right, gotcha. Okay, so, wow, this Wikipedia thing really goes into detail. Oh my god.
Is there like a big laundry list of lore?
No, it just talks about how his fucking wife had a miscarriage. God damn.
Okay, I did not need to know that one, but all right.
So he dropped out in 10th. So get ready for the Pawn Stars portion of the podcast. So he dropped out of high school in 10th grade because he was making $2,000 a week selling fake Gucci bags. Mind you, this was in probably 1980. So like 1980, he was making $2,000 a week. $2,000 in 1980.
It's pretty fucking good, man.
Oh my god, he was making $6,000 a fucking week. The equivalent.
Wow, that's a lot for selling fake stuff. Did he ever go to like prison for that or anything?
Nah, dude, come on. That's where that was the era of serial killers, man. They weren't catching people.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I'm not saying Rick is a serial killer. That's just equivalent.
Who knows, man? Can't prove it.
Oh my god, do you think that he's DB Cooper?
He changed his name. Now he just sells shit.
That's his alibi. Yeah, but oh man, yeah, that was just a little rabbit hole that I went down because I used to watch that show a lot when I lived in my aunt's house.
Yeah,
she had cable, and I would just put on the History Channel because I thought I would learn something, and it would just be Pawn Stars for like 7 hours a day.
It's a funny show to get mad at. I'll give it that much.
Yeah, because then you're like, oh, for both like the people that are like offering the deals and both the people that are taking the deals, you're like, oh, you should take that deal. It's more than you expected, and then they get greedy. So like an item gets listed, right? The person walks in like, oh, I'm hoping to make like $500. And then the item gets graded like, actually, this item is worth $10,000. And then they get fucking greedy, like, I want $5,000 now. Bitch, you would have been happy with 500. What happened to that?
Trying to maximize it, dude. It's called business.
It's true. It's true. I respect the hustle.
Respect the grind set.
They all got that Sigma male grind set.
Yeah.
That Sony thing happened. Did you watch that? The PlayStation 5 thing?
No, but I did see a couple of trailers that I'm kind of stoked about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really stoked for Spider-Man 2.
Of course. That one's obvious, yeah.
I'm so fucking stoked. So the leaks were real.
Who do you think the voice is in that? Do you think it's Kraven?
Oh, it's Kraven. Okay, that's definitely Kraven.
I was guessing that too with my partner.
So it looks like it's going to be Kraven the Hunter and Venom as the villains. Or there are some people saying Venom might be an ally, but I highly doubt that.
We'll see.
Yeah, and then there are rumors going around saying that it's going to be a co-op game, but I'm like, no, I don't think so.
I think it might, like, it'll have the option for co-op, but it won't be like focused on it.
A co-op Spider-Man game would be fucking crazy. What?
Oh yeah, one plays as Miles and the other is Peter. That'd be so dope.
I don't think that's going to be the case, but it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, it would be very cool. Yeah, the Sony thing was like pretty, I would say, like one of the better conferences of this year. Mm-hmm. Just in terms of like what they had to announce, because like sure, it was a ton of cinematics, and we constantly complain on this show about how cinematics aren't good or whatever, like for getting people excited. But just they had shit to say this time. They didn't show up and just like, hey, we're making a movie, and then they left.
Right. But okay, at least for my picks, I have reasons as to why I think the game's gonna be good. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
So I didn't explain the other one that I'm really stoked for, and it's Wolverine.
Oh yeah.
Marvel's Wolverine game now.
Yep.
And the reason why I'm stoked about these two, and I know some people would call me out saying, but you fucking hate cinematics. And I'm like, I know I hate cinematics, but I'm stoked for these reasons. And the reason is for Wolverine, Insomniac is doing the game.
Yep.
And they are the ones that have been pushing out these Spider-Man games.
Yep.
And I'm ecstatic for Spider-Man 2 because every Spider-Man game has been getting better for the most part. Like
it's true.
It's been getting better every time.
Yeah.
I will say the Miles Morales story isn't as strong as the first game, but that, you know, the reason for that is it's a side game, really.
Yeah.
In preparation for the second game. But at least with Miles Morales, they improved the gameplay like tenfold. It's the gameplay in Miles Morales is way more fun than in the first game.
That's what I've been hearing too, where it's like I haven't played it yet, unfortunately, but where you swing in Miles Morales and then you go back to PS4 and you're like, how the fuck did I swing like this? Or like, how did I think that this was good? And then after you played Miles Morales, like,
well, it's just that's what I'm saying. It's like the Spider-Man PS4 game, the first one is good. But then you get to Miles Morales, is like, damn, they really improved on the swinging and the combat. Like, it's a lot of fun compared. Not to bash on the first game. Like I'm telling you, the first game is still awesome and
it's fantastic.
But it's just that they improved things that they saw could have been improved.
Yeah,
like it's like, for instance, like you're talking about the swinging and stuff, and it's like they saw how the swinging was kind of the same throughout the whole game, so they're like, you know what, we should add a fucking trick system. And it's like, there you go. Like, and that, which is funny because in the first game I was like, oh, they should let you do tricks or something while swinging, and then they added in Miles Morales, and I was like fucking shitting my pants because it was awesome. It became Spider-Man's Tony Hawk.
Spider-Man's Tony Hawk.
Like, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
and cool. So I'm like, okay, like they've been improving the game every step of the way so far, and the story was really good in the first game. While the story was not as good as the it was not as good in the Miles Morales story because it's a side game. They didn't really put too much attention to it. They just fixed the gameplay.
Yeah.
But now if they mash the gameplay from Miles Morales and the story from the first game, like, holy crap, the second game is going to be amazing.
Yeah,
I'm so excited. And then so that's the reason why I'm excited, even though it's just a cutscene. And then the Wolverine game, like, I'm excited for that too, because again, it's Insomniac that's doing the game, and they already kind of have combat down in terms of like Spider-Man, so they just kind of have to convert stuff into Wolverine, and I don't see a problem with them doing that per se.
No. Yeah.
So I'm pretty damn excited, especially if Wolverine's gonna be like rated R and fucking guts and shit flying everywhere. Oh my god, it's gonna be awesome.
I mean, that's the only way that a game like that works.
Yeah. Because like the best Wolverine game to date is Wolverine's Origins. I don't know if you played that one.
Oh, I did play that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one was awesome. You know, you can blow yourself up. You can be a skeleton and all that stuff. It was so cool.
That game had no business being as good as it was compared to the movie that.
It was actually the best video game adaptation.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because the movie is shit. They made a better they made a better game than the movie. It's like don't watch the movie, just go play the game instead. It's so funny.
You'll get the story, like,
and it's a lot more fun. So like, it's pretty wild. And so I mean, they got to live up to that game's expectations, but Insomniac has already been kind of pushing the limits with superhero games, so I think they can do it. I really think they can do it. It seems to me like Insomniac is starting to become like Marvel's #1 studio. And then they're just pushing their other games onto studios they don't care about as much. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy game looks like shit.
I think it looks fucking terrible. Yeah.
Yeah, that game looks like ass. Like that's definitely like a side B team working on that thing. It looks like ass. And then the Avengers game was not good. I know there could be hate from that. Holy shit! Have you seen the community for Avengers? It's beyond baffling,
dude. Okay, so I'll say this: like the MMO player, the MMO fan base is the most beaten down Stockholm syndrome motherfuckers all on the planet right now. Like they will vehemently defend the biggest fucking turds on the planet because it's an MMO. Like that's how long it's been since there's been a good one.
Yeah, it's true. And did I ever tell you the time when Avengers the game was coming out and the beta was up and I streamed it?
Mm-hmm.
Right, I streamed it and I got rated. Like this was in the middle of me bagging on the game. I was like, "Oh, this game's not that fun. It's kind of repetitive and all this stuff." And right in the middle of me saying that, a streamer had rated me with like 30 people. And I was like, "Oh shit, what's up, guys?" And then the streamer was like, "Oh, what's up, man? Like, how you liking the game? Game's great, huh?" And I'm just like, not really. This game kind of sucks." I just was straight up. I'm like, "No, I think the game's kind of shit. Like, it's not that fun. It's like gets really repetitive."
Yeah.
And you just see the viewer count like plummet. Everyone just fucking love. And I'm like, I can't lie to these guys. Like I really don't want to lie to them. Like
yeah,
the game is just not fun.
It's still like really shitty too. Like that's the thing of too. Like it's part of an ugly cycle where they release like a half-finished MMO that like doesn't have a whole lot to do in it, and it's super repetitive. And then they're like, "Oh, we'll finish it down the road."
Yeah,
and then it's like they never do.
Yeah, I remember in that game discovering that with Hulk, you could just kind of tap triangle and kill everything on the screen. It was so dumb. I was making fun of it too. I was just like, "Oh yeah, quality gameplay, guys. Just smash triangle."
So fun, yeah.
And I was playing on like the hardest difficulty too. I'm just like, dude, this game sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know how people are thinking. I don't know how people are convincing themselves saying that this game's great because it's really not.
It's the same people that convince themselves, like, I don't know, that Destiny 2 is good. You know, like,
yeah, not only I mean, I hear Destiny 2 at least has like come a long way.
Yeah, that's not fair. That's not very fair to say. Yeah, Destiny 2 has come a long way. It's gotten a significantly better since we last played it.
Yeah, but I will say that Avengers has like not shown that yet. Like they promised if you get the PS4 or the PS4 or PS5 version that you get Spiderman, and Spider-Man's not even out yet. And the game's been out like a year in or something.
He's not out yet?
No. He's not out yet. That's what I thought too. I saw the Black Panther release and I'm like, "Oh, Black Panther's out. Like I want to see some Spider-Man gameplay." And I look him up and he's not out and I'm like, "What?"
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah, he's not out yet. And I'm just like,
joke.
"Dude, what the hell?" Like he was the first character that they promised. Like,
yeah.
what's going on with that?
When did it come out? Let me see. Yeah, it came out last year.
Yeah, it's been like a year and they haven't released Spider-Man yet. And I'm just like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that's weird. It's one of their first promised characters.
Yeah. I remember being kind of excited for this game when it was announced as an Avengers RPG by Square.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that could be fun. And then I saw that it was going to be like an online MMO. I'm like, okay, never mind.
Instantly shut off.
A live service game. It was the same thing with Fallout 76. I remember watching the E3 with my partner, and we were both like, "Oh, damn, this looks so good!" And then as soon as Todd Howard said live service, like multiplayer game, I'm like, "All right, I'm out." Like, this is not for me.
That's always a deterrent for me too. Just the live service aspect.
I'm like,
it's just like,
unfinished.
That's why I'm a bit scared for Halo Infinite because that's supposed to be a live service game. But at least the multiplayer is free.
Real talk, Paul. I mean, this isn't a very hot take at all, but Halo has been fucking garbage for years. Like,
yeah, it's been bad since 4, but
Halo's in a really bad spot. I would say 4 was not even that great, but it was like the last good one.
Sure. Yeah. I could probably say the same, but yeah, I hear Halo has not been on the best traction so far. So
It's
We'll see.
because it's okay. Remember the Spider-Man Beanox games?
Yeah.
It's similar to that, where like they start off like pretty decent, but then as time goes along and that studio is just making the same fucking game over and over again, they get worse. They start to lose inspiration. Remember that
Yeah.
amazing Spider-Man 2 video game by Beanox?
I
Oh my
didn't want. You know
God.
what's funny? I saw gameplay of that. I didn't play that one. But I heard that one was terrible.
Oh, it's fucking horrendously bad. Yeah, it was really,
Sad.
really bad. Yeah.
That's kind of upsetting to me because I played the first one and I was like, oh, the first one's pretty fun. Like maybe the second one will be better, especially since I heard that the second one would include webs sticking to walls again. So I was like, oh,
Yeah.
sick. Like this is gonna be the next best Spider-Man game. And
No, that's
I
about
heard
all
it
it
was
had
shit.
to it. Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that sucks.
Yeah. But it's very similar to this. 343 just makes Halo. That's all they do.
Uh,
Ever since they took over from Bungie. I mean, and before then, Bungie was just making Halo too. But like that's all they do. And when that's all you do, you just run out of like inspiration and steam. Like you just stop giving a shit. You know?
yeah, which is kind of odd to me because I feel like you could just, I don't know. Like I would at least try to improve on stuff, but I'm not a game developer. I don't know how difficult that is, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, at least Bungie knew when to stop. Like they said, "Oh, Reach is our last one. Sorry, guys." You know.
Yeah,
And they
and then Microsoft said, "No, it's not." And then Bungie said, "Fuck you, Microsoft," and they left.
Yeah, and they left, and now they're doing Destiny and having having a hard time with Destiny. But you know, that's besides the point. They were kind of locked into a contract to do Destiny. Like it's not their fault, I guess.
Are Bungie independent now?
They're independent now, I think.
Because I know they were under the grip of Activision.
Yeah, Activision was squeezing their balls, saying you have to make Destiny, and this is the way we want you to make Destiny by making like an expansion every month or some shit like that. I don't remember. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't good.
Yeah,
and the quality obviously showed. And I think once they broke off from Activision, which I think has happened, they are now on the upside. They've been making pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But besides Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine, I'm not super excited for anything. I haven't seen too many of the games, but I wasn't exactly excited for anything. I did see God of War Ragnarok was out or coming out.
Yeah.
And it's cool, but I'm not like shrieking and pooping my pants here for that. You know, like it's a good game. I played the first one. It's a good game, but for me, it's just not the same as like the original God of War. So I'm like not too.
That makes sense. It's pretty different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like a Last of Us clone. So I'm just like, it's good, but it's not God of War for me. You know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like if they slapped on a different name, like it wouldn't really change anything for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just think it's really funny, like the people who get mad, the people who got mad at how Thor looked. Did you see that?
No.
Okay, let me show you a picture.
It's not the Thor from Avengers.
Yep.
Is that really what they did?
Yep. I mean, some people were really upset about that. Yeah.
It's not Chris. What is his name? Chris Hansen.
Chris Hansen.
What's his name?
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, Chris.
It's not Chris Hemsworth. Oh man, this game's gonna suck.
Hold on.
But it's like, why would he be Chris Hemsworth if it's not the fucking same guy, or it's not the same universe? You know?
Yeah. I sent you a picture of it.
Oh, that's how Thor looks.
Yeah,
that guy. It's like a dwarf. Okay.
No, he's not a dwarf. He's tall, but in Norse mythology, Thor is fat.
Oh, I didn't know.
He's not this super ripped buff guy. All he does is drink beer and eat venison. That's all he fucking does.
Oh,
so is that why in the End Wars game or in the End Game movie?
Yeah, it was a cute little reference to it. At least that's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
It's a cute little reference to how he actually looks. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was just really funny seeing people get so mad. I'm like, dude, you got to watch other movies, man.
No, people like to stay in their bubbles. They don't actually look at shit. They
Oh no,
think
of
they
course
know
not.
stuff. Yeah,
Of
they
course
think
not.
they know stuff, but they don't know stuff.
It's like people who I'm discovering TikToks of people like, dude, did Marvel predict this? And it was like people talking about Loki like in a show in like 2000 before the MCU started. And I'm like, Loki existed for like hundreds of years before Marvel, right? Like,
Yeah, it's mythology. It's not like Marvel didn't come up with him.
you know that Loki's like a blue, like tall guy, right? Like a blue elf traditionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I don't know. It's just so funny to me. Yeah, it's the people that are confidently incorrect about these things.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. It's just they get sucked into the machine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they fall for the they gain an identity via like a company like Disney
Yeah.
or Marvel,
Yeah.
and that becomes their sole identity. So anything that's like out within or outside of those boundaries, they get really shocked by.
Yeah.
Like for example, the Greek mythology shit. They're like, what? It doesn't look like Marvel. It's like, well,
Yeah.
yeah. Like look up the actual fucking mythology. You know?
And plus, you think that gamers would be really excited to have like a body type that represents them. You know?
Amen.
Amen, brother. God, I brought that up just to make the joke.
That whole segment was just for that one joke.
Just for everything they talked about with the PlayStation was just for that one joke.
I don't know. I love making fun of like pop culture zombies. They're funny.
It is really funny. There's a really funny picture. I don't know the name of the creator, but they made it was a thumbnail. It was a 2-picture comparison. It was a thumbnail like consume, like making fun of consumers.
Okay.
And then the next picture was his like studio, and he just has like Funko Pops, movie posters, like Marvels. I'm like, dude, come on.
Amen, brother. He doesn't see it.
Come the fuck on.
I'm telling you, dude. People fall for the machine. They're part of it. They don't know.
And like they somehow delude themselves into thinking that like Marvel isn't that, like isn't the machine. You know what I mean?
Fuck no, dude. You know, Marvel or okay, I'm just gonna say Disney as a whole, they are incredibly smart with their business. Their machine is like oiled like 24/7. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, perfectly.
Like I will tell you, this may come as a shock to some of the people listening, but Disney legitimately is like a grooming company. They groom you into their product.
Oh yeah.
And the reason and the way you might not understand what I mean by that, but what I mean by that is they make sure that you start investing into like Disney at a young age.
Oh
Okay?
yeah.
Like think about the parents that show their kids like their favorite Disney films, right? Like you got, I don't know, you got people showing you like their favorite VHS Disney films from the past. So like a parent nowadays would be like, "Oh, you should watch fucking Hercules, or you should watch." Oh, that's the picture.
Yeah.
It's like you should watch Hercules, or you should watch like Aladdin and stuff like that, and then that just gets the ball rolling. Okay.
Yeah.
Because then the kids go, "Wow, I want to see Aladdin. I want to see Hercules," and then they're like. And then their parents be like, "You want to go to Disneyland?" And then they go, "Yeah, me want to go Disneyland." And they go to Disneyland, and they go, "Oh, I love Disneyland," you know.
Yep.
And then the kid just gets more and more invested, especially if the parent is already invested in Disney. It just gets worse because the Disney parent will be like, "You want to go see a Marvel movie? Oh yeah, we want to see superhero." And then they go see the superhero movie, and they go, "Oh, me love Iron Man. Me love this," you know. And they grow up on this shit. And then and then Disney just Disney has at this point groomed those kids, you know. Because now those kids are part of the machine. They're going to grow up on Disney, and they're going to share the same Disney values that they hold to their children.
Mm-hmm.
It's an ongoing cycle in this machine. It's crazy. And people don't see it that way, though. It's I know I sound like a tinfoil hat kind of guy right now, but it's the truth.
I don't think you sound like tinfoil. I think like people are kind of aware of what Disney does. They just like don't want to like realize it.
No way, dude.
Like-
There's so many people that love Disney. They live and breathe Disney. It's
So-
crazy.
To give an example, we've said this before. We both worked for Disney at some point.
Yeah.
We worked at Disneyland,
Yes.
but I knew people that were completely obsessed with Disney. Like
yeah.
they were
Me too.
hardcore. And to give you perspective, so I worked at one of the restaurants, and we would have breakfast there with characters. Characters would come in and all that, and just walk around with the kids and stuff, and adults. But so we were completely alone in my section because we were wrapping up, and Captain Hook was being there, and he was being like kind of an asshole, right? Because that's his thing. And I was talking to my coworker, and she was like, "Oh, I tried to take a picture with Captain Hook yesterday." And he wouldn't do it. Like he was just being like mean to me for no reason. He refused to take the picture. And I was like, oh, maybe the person who was Captain Hook was just having a really bad day. And she gets like really scared, and she looks at me and she goes, "You mean Captain Hook was having a bad day, right?" And I'm like,
fuck.
And I'm like, yeah, but in my head, I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, like, God, you know what the fuck I mean?
I would have told them, no, the person is having a bad day. You fucking psycho. Like, that's straight up psychopathic. What the? Like, who the fuck talks like that?
I just want to smack her in the head, man. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Like
No,
when it can't even be between two coworkers, like in a private area, like that's how you know it's fucked.
Hell no, I would have straight up called them out on that business. No, let's straight up. You enabled that, okay?
Did I enable it?
You're fucking enabler. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You did. No, like goddamn enabler.
I don't think that me calling her out on it would have done anything.
It would have helped.
I can see your point though.
It would have fucking definitely helped.
I enabled Disney adults. Oh shit.
Yes. Hot take. Fucking hottest take right here. Okay.
Okay, let's hear
pan
it.
searing hot with the oil.
Let's hear it, baby. I'm ready.
Okay.
My body is ready.
I think, and this is completely, I mean, it's somewhat on topic, but I think bullying builds character.
Bullying?
Bullying.
Oh, bullying.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
it builds character. And let me tell you why.
Okay.
I know
sure.
I know some people are fucking seething at the mouth listening to that one.
Yeah.
How could you say bullying is builds character? That's fucked up. And they're like, hear me out. Okay. You have people like that person you just mentioned who are in their own fucking realm. Okay. And they're in that fucking realm because no one calls her out on this. Okay.
Okay.
Or you have one person, me, come out and be like, you're a fucking weirdo. Okay. I bully her a little bit, and then she looks at her surroundings and goes, I'm a weirdo? What? Maybe I should stop what I'm doing. Yeah, you fucking should. And it helps that person just that little bit.
All right,
Okay?
so let's role play again. So what would you do in this situation? So I would say, oh, you mean Captain Hook was having a bad day, right?
Yeah.
No. You're you. So let's role play. Let's start
okay,
over.
all right. So you come to me.
So you mean that Captain Hook was having a bad day, right?
No, I mean the person inside the costume's having a bad day.
Dude, you fucking tricked them up. You got them.
Yeah.
What?
Simple as that. As simple as that. If they kept going with it, telling me like, no, the Captain Hook, I'd be like, you're a psychopath. I would tell them that, and they'd probably storm off and call me names and shit. But like, that's the truth. Like, I do think in certain realms, obviously not bullying someone just to bully them. Like, I'm not a fucking heartless bastard, but I do think that in certain circumstances, bullying is probably necessary.
Yeah.
It's a hot ass take. I know you don't have to agree with me, but I'm telling you, in my opinion, I think it's needed in certain spots because sometimes parents just don't care.
There's
sometimes parents just let their kids do whatever the fuck they want. And I think those kids need to have good bullying sometimes.
There's nuance to it, obviously. You're not saying like you're not saying like people should be bullied for no reason.
No, absolutely not. That's fucked up. I'm not advocating for bullying, like straight out bullying, but I'm saying like if you were in a group of friends or something like that, like someone's got to tell you that you look like shit, or someone's got to tell you that you're being a fucking dumbass right now, or someone's got to tell you you're being a fucking weirdo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how many times have I called you out on shit? No, man. Like come on.
You've called me out quite a few times.
Yeah.
And whenever you've had a stupid fucking opinion, we've called you out on it.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise, I would have held that stupid ass opinion and spread that somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like
I do see what you're saying.
Yeah, like I do think bullying in certain I keep I keep having this fucking brain fart. In certain circumstances is good. In certain circumstances.
Sure.
Yeah, very lighthearted bullying, I guess.
Yeah, like
a better way to put it.
I guess like like I'm the youngest of 4, and like I get like constantly roasted and like stuff like that. Like even ever since I was a kid, just like bullied in that sense of just like name calling, mean stuff, and like. I like to think that now because of it, I have a pretty thick skin when it comes to that. It's pretty hard to get to me.
Yeah.
When you're like talking shit or whatever. But like, beating the tar out of someone just for being like different is not okay. That's obviously not what we're saying. Yeah.
No, that is not okay. But
I just want to make it clear in case we end up on a clip show somewhere.
There might be a better word to phrase what I'm trying to get out here. I don't think it's teasing. I think teasing is something else. But definitely calling someone out on like stupid shit that they're doing or saying or something like that is a good idea, I think.
Yeah. Because then you get people who make TikToks. And we don't want that.
And a lot of times these people that are doing weird shit like that Disney fanatic that you're talking to, they lump into a group of other Disney fanatics and they enter what's called an echo chamber. And in echo chambers, it's probably one of the most like unsettling things that you can find. Yeah. It's like it's just filled with one opinion and nobody like disagrees with each other. And I don't care what it is. It could be like whatever you're thinking about, political, religious, whatever. Doesn't even matter. The topic does not matter. Yeah. But the point behind it stands is like you're in a community that only shares your opinion.
Yep.
And that is not healthy.
No, it is not.
I will tell you. It's very not healthy, no matter what side you're on. You need the counter arguments to your way of thinking, because that's how it bolsters your way of thinking. You learn different sides and all this shit. You learn, maybe your mind does get changed. Like it's a lot more healthier to come to a discussion rather than just people agreeing with you all the time.
Yeah, and arguing and just like mindlessly arguing your point without ever considering other point of views.
Yeah.
But I mean, here's where it gets like, I guess, kind of interesting. Like there are certain things, I won't go into specifics, but there are certain things that I vehemently 100% disagree on, and I will never ever see the other point of it. But what I am interested in that regard is how they got to that conclusion. Like what led them down that path. So I guess like a friendly term would be flat earthers, right?
Sure.
Like I 100,000,000% disagree that the earth is flat. I don't think that it is. And I will never think that it is.
You're right. The earth's a toilet.
Exactly. I firmly believe that the earth is just one of Thanos' ass cheeks, but that's a whole other podcast.
Yeah, the earth's on a turtle.
Yeah, fucking Stephen King.
Yeah.
But I don't just label these people as fucking idiots, like I'm genuinely curious as to how they got there. Like if we ever got to a point where we could have a flat earther as a guest on the podcast, I wouldn't attack them for their opinions. I would just, okay, why do you think this way? How do you explain planes? How do you explain that? You know what I mean? Like just pick their brain a little bit because I'm so fascinated.
Depending on the topic,
of course,
a lot of information could just be misinformation.
Yep.
So like I think flat earthers are fucking dumb. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb on this one. If there's any flat earthers out there that want to come onto the podcast and tell me otherwise, like, you're more than welcome to. But
I will attack you.
Yeah, as it stands, I think you're a fucking idiot. I'll come out and say it. I don't care. But like, I think they just get a lot of misinformation from these echo chambers.
Yep.
Because again, those echo chambers, they just kind of say one thing and everyone agrees with it and doesn't question it.
Yep.
And a lot of times, I think, such as like flat earthers, they go into these echo chambers and maybe at one point or another they had the same idea too, where it's like, oh yeah, I looked out at the distance and I don't see the city or some shit like that, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't wrap around. The earth must be flat or something like that. Yep. Right. So they take this idea and then they find a community similar to their ideals, and then they sit in it, and then they steep in it, and they just gather new information from this misinformed group. And they build upon that, and then they get so stuck in that ways that, again, they're in this echo chamber. They're only hearing people that agree with them, and they don't go out to find any other information because the people in that group are saying everyone else is wrong.
Yep.
Our information is correct, right? So then you just get stuck in this loop.
It's like frightening how easy it is to confirm anything that you want to look into. Like, I recently watched a video that kind of proved this, where it's like, if you wanted to search how alcohol can be good for your liver, you can find that somewhere. You can find an article written that confirms that. Like, it's fucking crazy, like how much information there is out there and how easily it is to just like fall into an echo chamber. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that echo chambers can only exist for like bad things. Like, no, it also exists for like good things too. Like you're saying that, like, for example, upon that alcohol research that you said, like this is again going out on a limb, but saying that alcohol is bad is also an echo chamber, right? Because people could just throw that out there, like, alcohol is bad, and then everyone will agree with that, saying alcohol is bad. But then if someone can prove to me that there is a reason for alcohol to be good for you, then put it out there. But it's as for the most part, everyone will be like, I don't drink alcohol because it's bad, right? That's an echo chamber in and of itself. It's just a different kind of echo. It's an echo chamber that people don't call out because it's typically a correct.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. No one really thinks about these echo chambers, but those, they exist. You just don't think about it.
Yeah. Well, to end the podcast on a lighter note, I have one more topic. So, Paul, you and I have lived through 2 apocalyptic events in our lifetimes. We lived through Y2K, even though I was like 3 years old when that happened, and you were probably
like
5, yeah. And we lived through 2012, so we've gotten pretty lucky. But you know what they say, Paul? The world's gonna end next week, September 18th. So I got it from a lot of really reliable sources on Facebook. So my question to you is, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do in your final week on Earth?
Final week on Earth. If it was all said and done, asteroids coming, they can't stop it. They said you got a week to live. I'd probably do dangerous stuff. I'd probably do really dangerous stuff.
Okay, what do you define dangerous? Like going up to
Like-
someone, blasting Limp Bizkit and punching them in the head. Is that what you mean?
No, I'm talking like steal maybe steal a plane, go travel somewhere, do shit that people wouldn't do otherwise, like bungee jump or skydive and stuff like that. And I just be like,
Okay.
fuck it. Like if I die, I'm gonna die in a week anyways. You
That's
know?
true. Yeah, that's true.
So I'll probably do that. Or spend time with my family. That's on the back end.
I like that was secondary.
Well,
Oh
I
my
spend time with my
God.
family all the time. And it'd be like, what's the big deal, guys? I'm just gonna fucking do what I want to do before I die. You know, I'll see you guys in the afterlife.
Mom, have plenty of time to chill in heaven.
Yeah,
Chill, God.
Chillax. Here's a Modelo. Calm down.
Take a chill out, chill
Yeah,
out.
take a chill out, man.
I would just do like, yeah, I guess I would do the same. Like I would like drag race. Like I would live my life of just like going 100 on the freeway, you know, just
Yeah.
just living life to the fullest.
Yeah.
Maybe take some meth, you know.
Honestly, I would. Yeah, if I was going to die in a week anyways, I wouldn't be opposed to doing really dangerous like drugs.
like the hardest drugs, yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm gonna die. Who
Yeah.
cares?
Wow. Well, that was a fun scenario. Do you want me to ruin it for you, Paul?
Yeah.
If that was happening, the scenario you said, where a meteor was coming to Earth, we wouldn't know. We wouldn't have a week to know that. No matter how big it was, we can't really detect that. So it could literally happen at any moment, and scientists could warn us minutes before. And there's
I
nothing we
know
can do
that.
about it.
I know that. You know, there's been plenty of times where an asteroid just like barely came like close to hitting us,
And
just,
they did
like,
not,
whizzed
and they
off.
did not detect it until it had already passed.
Yeah, it's actually one of the like random things that can happen in our lifetime that would kill
Yep.
us.
Good night, everybody.
All right, good night.